A top 25 clash in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to the banks of the Mississippi River, Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium in Memphis, home to the Memphis Tigers. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the Memphis Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Tigers have been waiting, and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. He'll bring it out. It's Farrell. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Alabama's offense will take the field first. And there has been a lot of talk about this guy. Jesse, they say the farther away you line up from the football, the easier it is to play early. When you're as good as this dude, you're going to play no matter what.
Well, this offense knew he was good coming out of high school, but talking to their quarterback and their coaching staff before the game, David, they didn't know he was this good. He's made catches in practice. He's done things in...
He's loose. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. You can go way back in the history books to the wishbone attack, all the way back to the first Rose Bowl team. Alabama builds its identity on a strong running game.
Builds it on dudes that tote the rock and do it with nastiness, with some physicality. Not one guy's going to bring them down, and you see it year after year with these guys, and there's always somebody that's going to be a physical challenge to try to get on the ground.
Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense. Success.
They'll run it from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Time looking for a big play to convert on third down. To the air, it's Russell. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And that's what you're trying to do, not just in this game, but for the season. You're just trying to set the tone defensively, and they do that getting the sack. They feel good about their front seven and all the athletes they have. It'll be fun to watch this unit for the rest of this game and see how they do in one-on-one situations.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. So Memphis offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And guys, defenses have been trying to figure out for years how to keep this guy from getting open, and they just can't seem to solve the riddle.
No, this guy has experience. He's been in the big moments, and it's so nice to have a guy that's been in your system, in your scheme. He knows the in and outs. You can move him all over the field. You can't place a premium high enough on a guy that knows the system inside and out.
You're right, and tell you, it was a great day for this offense when he decided to come back for a senior year, too. There were a lot of people that thought he might declare for the NFL. They weren't sure if they were going to lose him to the portal or not. He decided to come back. He believes this offense can do something special, and if they're going to do that, he's obviously going to have a big year.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Looking to throw on first down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35. Great place to start for this offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Wants to throw. It's Russell. Pressure coming. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Here on third down for this offense. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. He threw a pick on the initial drive, but they have it back, and we're still looking for our first points of the game. To the air on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Fires it incomplete. Let's take a minute here and talk a little Memphis. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
Fires left. Another incompletion on third down. Memphis will be forced to punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. They'll get this drive started from the 29. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short. Give to the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. Third and short from the 45. Grabbed over the middle, it's Jenkins. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on third down. Looking downfield, it's Russell. Fires downfield. He's got an open man. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out route. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. The Tide with the 1st and 10. They go to the ground. Shoots his way for more. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to pass. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Quick strike through the air for the score. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And the throw out to the sideline took just a few yards.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't...
Unloads it downfield. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, trying to convert through the air. He'll take another shot here. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Back to pass, it's Russell. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Got his man downfield. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Alabama trying to cash in on this red zone trip. Looking downfield on first down. He caught it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Powers forward. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Back's got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tide.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Remaining seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Looking to throw on first down. Working that left side now. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
And a great play design here in this type of situation. Obviously, trailing, you're trying to put something up on the scoreboard, and just using the sideline, using the boundary, getting the ball out of bounds and stopping the ball.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Defense was swarming around this quarterback, and he never had a chance to get it off. And down he goes, and we will head to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say, this has been a fun watch so far in Memphis. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double-team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
Yeah, and I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be down.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Yeah, and man, you talk about being down at the half. What's one thing I need to do? I got to protect my quarterback. In the first series here now, you're getting your quarterback hit and taken to the ground. This offense
and he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Out of the gun, the inside give. And it's loose. And the ball goes out of bounds. They'll maintain possession, but it'll be marked for no gain. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Russell. Lets it fly deep downfield. Throw to the end zone, it's picked off. Bringing it back. He stopped at the 19-yard line. A big play there to get the pick and take it back inside the 20.
Nice read, nice break. Good job by the defender understanding that ball had some air underneath it. Takes advantage of it, goes and makes the big play.
So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. And the Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Bringing the heat. And his first pass is incomplete.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
Finds him out of the backfield. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. This could absolutely spin this game in another direction. They're going. Hauls it in, the first down and more. Turning it on. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Oh, they're after him. He's going to take off. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
He goes out of bounds, but not before getting it to the 32.
2nd and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Throws to the back. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the mistiming.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Another incompletion on 3rd down. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right hash. Smashes it between the uprights. Now the lead is down to 11.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
And you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board. But you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. To the air, it's Russell. Under fire. Here's a heat. Takes the easy throw in the flat. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Wants to return it. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Memphis has the ball back, and the offense ready to go to work. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far. With the catch, it's Henry. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Henry. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. To the air on first down. Starting to feel a little pressure. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the road. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The Tigers are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Got his man quickly. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Dead center perfect. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Coming out with it, it's Farrell. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17. They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. The play action fake. Quickly complete. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. To the air, it's Russell. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Jenkins. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they've got it at the 42.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And on a critical 3rd down here in the 4th quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. Got room to work. Got the 1st down and more. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there. Now on 1st down from the 40. Rides to back and leaves it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun, to give, looking for room. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. How much fun was that one? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give...
the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, home of the Arkansas Razorbacks. As we'll see the number 24 team in the country, the Memphis Tigers, taking on a team from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Razorbacks will kick it away first. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Tigers offense will go on the attack first. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape, because that was not pretty. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays. And so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game? Jesse, make it easy. Get them in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give them a chance to turn it over again. You don't need to put this losing streak to another digit in the column.
Yeah, I agree. I think there was two big things. I think, one, he was just pressing. He was trying to force the big play to happen when there were other completions to be had. So he's just got to do a better job being patient. And I think the guys around him also have to step up as well. They need to run the football. They need to get that controlled passing game going on early to get into a rhythm, as you said, to help this guy get into a good headspace here early and turn the page from what happened the last time out.
Got it in the middle. It's Henry.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Got enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. This Memphis offense going to work again on first down. Wants to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Henry. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense falls on the... Going to be a turnover.
Great job by the defense here, forcing the fumble on the wide receiver. Look, understanding the ball came out quick. I got to break, get hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover, nice hustle by this defense.
They'll run it from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
He works his way to the 35-yard line, but that's not enough to move the chains, and now a decision to be made on 4th down. And it slips just inside that right upright. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield on first down. Gets it out quickly. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense gets set for second down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Second down, they'll go to the air. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Well, he's off to an awesome start this season. Had a sack in their last game, gets his first sack right now. I think he has a chance to be a huge focal point in this defense moving forward, but let's just worry about what's happening now. This offense has to find a way to slow him down.
He'll step out of bounds just short of the 25-yard line, and this offense has an explosive play early in the drive. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Leaves it with the back.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. We reached the break. Arkansas has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. The inside handoff. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Here comes the heat. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
You know, this is a very well-rounded defensive line. They play this 4-3 scheme. They've got guys up front that keep their gap integrity against the run, but they can also win one-on-one against the pass. And you just saw the speed off the edge by that DN.
And the Razorbacks will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Wants to go up top on first down. Rushes on him. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Behind the chains now on second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
When they take big shots down the field and they air it out, I got to trust my technique. I got to stay with that wide receiver, wait till he shows his hands. When he shows his hands, I'm bringing my hands up to knock the ball away. Nice job by the defense using his technique, knocking the football away.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback. On third down, really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Off the boot, looking for his man. It's complete on the right side. up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Razorbacks are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. The give on the option. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard. They bring the punter onto the field now. Second time today they've been forced to punt. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Memphis has the ball back, and the offense ready to go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Fires to the big fella. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. Know it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. On the run, fires downfield. He's got it. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Plucks it out of the air.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. The second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
And that's the problem, man. You want to heat this guy up. You want to bring some pressure, but you see the other side of that coin. You bring pressure, he sees it, he can run, get the first down. This defense, it's kind of a pick your poison. Too soft, too laid back, he runs it and takes off. Too much pressure, he can run it and run away from guys and take off. So, nice third down conversion by the quarterback.
Runs through the tackle. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. This offense can get a jolt of momentum headed to the locker room if they can take the lead here. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
You've got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Pocket breaking down. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Memphis. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. Man, did he get walloped on that play.
He did. He got smashed, but what happened? He got the touchdown. That's all that matters. I don't care if I get hit, Coach. I got me a touchdown.
Memphis about to boot it away to start the second half. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. This drive will open from the 15. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Harrell. Oh, he's got some space. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Caught in the backfield, it's Harrell. Oh, a lot of space. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game, mark it at the 47. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Lewis. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The RPO, it's complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. And the Razorbacks will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. To the air on 1st down. Trying to escape and get it himself. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. Here's the pressure. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Leaves it with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
The Razorbacks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Racing down the left side. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Tigers!
And how about that play by this defense? Reading the running back, coming out of the backfield, breaking on the football, making the pick, and then walking himself into the end zone for a touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Cal is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Aaron Rodgers, this has not been a blowout today in Berkeley. They're up by a field goal over San Jose State. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. That's caught. It's Lewis. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Lost a throw on first down. The pass falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of this quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Memphis has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. They just keep firing. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. And the Razorbacks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Now third and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. He's looking downfield to throw. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. That defensive lineman just smelled pass on that play, and he got in the backfield and sacked the quarterback.
And that's why they get paid the big bucks. Defensive linemen, they got to play the run, be physical. But, man, when you can get a beat and understand it's going to be a pass and jump off the snap like this, make a big...
Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there. The Razorbacks getting set on 1st and 10. Running to Green. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. And the Razorbacks racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these first downs. Move quick. Don't be in a hurry. But they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
The Razorbacks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Arkansas! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Finds his tight end. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Got some of the work done on first now. Let's see what they have on second down. Wants to go up top. That's it, fly. And it's intercepted. They huge. Quarter play for this defense. Let's see how aggressive this defensive coordinator is with the lead and just a few minutes left. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Throwing right. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute. The defense will try to hold up one more time, under 2 minutes to go. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Makes the catch. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. He lobs one high down the left side. Intercepted.
And that is a backbreaker. It's 4th down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
First snap of this drive comes from the 32. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Under fire. Got out of trouble and throws. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Finds the tight end. It's a running room. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. This was hardly an offensive juggernaut, but sometimes you lean on your defense and grind out a win.
This was a defensive struggle, no doubt about it, but we know this is a team game, and the defense certainly did what they needed to do. The offense just barely did enough. That's the important part, David. Moving forward, they're going to have to play better on that side of the ball.
I think it looked more like an offensive struggle, not a defensive struggle. They definitely brought their A game, but listen,
Welcome to the banks of the Mississippi River, Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium in Memphis, home to the Memphis Tigers. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the Memphis Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Memphis will kick it off to get us underway. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. The Bulldogs offense will go on the attack first. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge of this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to call plays and find ways to get the football away from these big fellas up front because they take games over.
And get the ball out quick. Like when you've got a defensive line that can penetrate, that can get TFLs, get sacks, it's going to be on this offensive line to buy a little bit of time, but also the ball to come out quick, win in the secondary right now.
And the Bulldogs want to crank the tempo. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Coaches talk about third downs all the time. They emphasize it in football games, and that's a great start for this defense. They're ready for the pass, nice coverage in the back end. They get the sack, and they set the tone in this football game.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. So the Memphis Tigers offense has its first opportunity of the day. There's a receiver who's going to draw some attention, Jesse, but really, he's just part of this whole offensive puzzle.
He hasn't been the most consistent guy when it comes to catching the ball for this offense this year, but he has had some big moments. He has had some big games as well. And, David, you know, from a roster standpoint, they're generally not going to overmatch or overwhelm anybody from the receiver spot, but this is a dude that can get it done.
I think that's the biggest point that you made. It's a guy that has the potential to make big plays. And if you're pointing to a guy, he is the one. Talking to coaches, like they've seen flashes in big moments. They need to see it consistently, and it starts today.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Got a man. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. They'll leave it with him. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Memphis just keeps moving the chains on this drive. They're set up with another 1st down. To the ground. He's got it again. And into the end zone. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. On 1st and goal, let's see if Memphis can get it in the end zone. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Trying to pound it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So they covered 42 yards on the drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Off the play fake on first down. He'll pull it down.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
Power football with the run. There he goes. It's a seam wide open. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. Mississippi State going up tempo.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play call. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. From the gun, running back gets the give. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. Off the play fake. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. From the gun, the running back has it. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
We've reached the break, and Memphis is holding on to the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, going up top. Going to try to get it himself. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's 3rd down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the 1st down on 3rd down.
Well, you always got to love this offense picking up so many 1st downs. It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Makes the catch. It's Henry. Turning on the Jets. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
How many 1st downs is that, guys? On this drive alone, this defense has got to find a way to get off the field. They're playing way too many snaps.
Give to the back. Got enough for the 1st, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. To the ground with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The sweet feet buy a little time. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Looking to move the chains. Here comes Memphis on fourth down. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Memphis. Quick strike through the air for the score. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Quickly out to the tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too? We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. Got his man. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Got his man on the right. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lick. Just keeps slinging it. The throw, and he drops it just a little too slippery in the hand. 4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Using the quick game. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Bringing the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Gives it on the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Finds us back in the middle. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Looking to move the chains. Mississippi State lines up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the big fella. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Complete downfield. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Memphis picking up. throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Oh, they're after him. Makes the grab down the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Now on second down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Caught over the middle. It's Bell. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. It's first down, but the offense is just going to take a knee. The locker room. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say, this has been a fun watch so far in Memphis. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Bulldogs will kick it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Going right to work up top. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And back to the air on second down. He's got him this time. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. It's first and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. The sure hands, it's Henry. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Makes the grab on the left. Knocked down at the 47. It's a 5-yard gain and enough to move the chains.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to...
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives him the ball at the 29-yard line. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Gets the back moving. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Complete with conviction on the crosser. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. And the Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play.
We've seen this defensive end make a lot of plays. In the run game, he's setting the edge. He's forcing the football to go back inside, but he's not a one-trick pony. He can also get out of his stance, use his hands, and use his speed to beat offensive tackles and get to the QB.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. A missed opportunity on that errant pass. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. To the air on first down. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Trying to make magic with his feet. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. Memphis will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They really need to find a way to punch back on this drive, already down 14. Good timing on the quick out. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Mississippi State right back to the line.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big. But you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball to them quick because they're such dynamic playmakers.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Takes the easy one to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Good, right down the boulevard. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
No love lost between teams anytime they square off inside the Big Ten. Here's one that's just gone final. Maryland sparkled today in a dominant road win. In fact, by the 4th quarter, it almost felt like this game was being played in College Park. That's how much they took that crowd out of it.
Wants to throw on first down.
Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a Big Ten matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. That's the end of the quarter, and Memphis has the lead. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Looking downfield on first down. quickly to the tight end. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6.
And I love this. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to eat that clock, let it tick down.
Touchdown, Memphis! The offense cashing it in on that drive. They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
I know a lot of people don't like prevent yourself from winning, but when I'm up by 3 scores in the 4th quarter, I am not giving up a single big play. I'm letting you check it down, throw it in front of me. I'm going to tackle you. I'm going to let that clock tick because I am up and that clock is running out.
Reads it, fires complete. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And that's a great job by this defense, limiting the yards after catch. We know guys are going to get the football in their hands, and he gets the ball out quick, gets it to him. Nice job running to the football. When you chase the football, man, a lot of good things happen. That ball popped.
Oh, the ball's out. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. Turnover. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Give to the running back. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the 1st down.
Great job by the offense there, getting the 1st down on the ground, staying in bounds too. So if you're on defense here, you might want to start thinking about using your timeouts. You've got 3 in your back pocket, but trailing, you've got to start using them.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs. Right on the money. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the 1st down marker.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
And drops hurt as it is. But when you drop it and you know you just missed out on a touchdown, those really sting. And those concentration drops, man, it makes the quarterback hesitate whether he wants to throw the football again.
Touchdown, Memphis! And the beatdown has ensued. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it.
Mississippi State, 3.
He'll bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Johnson. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Timeout.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Looking to throw on first down. It's picked off, and another empty drive. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return to that small change. They take over at the 43.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Memphis has the ball back, and the offense ready to go to work. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much that this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you can just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over, don't make a mistake. But this game is well in hand.
And there's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter, and they're still staying aggressive. They're still throwing the football, going out and executing, working on their craft. They've got bigger fish coming up down the road, bigger games. So you got to keep sharpening the tools. And that's what you're seeing here in the fourth quarter.
And these little slots are so fast, and they can stretch the whole field. They make you just sit back on your heels. They make you nervous, really. But then they break those in-breaking routes where it shows his number to the quarterback really quickly and make the play. These slot receivers, they're just so dynamic.
Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Bell. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Memphis getting set to snap it on first and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Quarterback extends the play. Looking to get it in. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job job to stop me, or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
For the extra point.
And the extra point is true, and the score is 35-3. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Fresno State came away with the win today, but not in dominant fashion. In fact, the folks inside Bulldog Stadium had to sweat things out for much of the second half. Could have been better, but certainly could have been worse. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And in this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes along.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence, and it's really important for these players to go out, work hard in practice, and see that hard work really pay itself off on game day. This is a team that's really starting to believe in itself.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Is there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome to the banks of the Mississippi River, Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium in Memphis, home to the Memphis Tigers. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Arkansas State Red Wolves, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Memphis Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Red Wolves will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Memphis offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. Now, guys, let's not forget, the last time these two got together, we had ourselves an absolute classic that has provided motivation for one side ever since, David.
I mean, such a back and forth, such a fun game. Everyone remembers where they were on their couch or in the stadium for that rivalry game.
And that's what rivalry games are supposed to look like. Both teams playing with phenomenal intensity. It's going to go down right to the wire. And you're right, those are the games that make college football special.
It's amazing how fluid and potent an offense can seem when you get a great pickup on first down and the tight end's a terrific place to go.
Tight ends nowadays are kind of like cheat codes. I mean, they just know so much about right here. Seeing zone, know when to sit it down, boom, positive yards, nice positive play for this offense.
They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle forward.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Steps away to find some room. With the catch, it's Henry. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs. So Arkansas State's offense will get the ball for the first time. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. The Red Wolves will hustle to the line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Fires to the big fella. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. On the move. And boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short. It would have been a 54-yarder if they tried the field goal. Instead, they'll try to convert on 4th and short. Trying to keep this drive alive. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know that
show him, my boy.
Football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. There have been a
Heard
couple
that.
of missed opportunities for these
Yeah,
offenses
no.
in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play.
Hey, chill out, G.
And really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
Doing what?
Move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs. You're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into break.
Well, I get y'all gonna have Aaron Rodgers running the show.
Hey, chill out.
I said my nigga AR getting a start on Thursday. Fuck, you sound bad.
So he back good. I heard I heard DJ was on the verge of taking this spot.
Yeah, no, you need that shit.
Come on, bro. You don't think so?
Lost track of the play clock.
Come on, fool. I'm telling you, DJ gonna get y'all right, bro. I'm trying to tell y'all niggas.
Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. He's going to run it.
Y'all should let us get DJ.
And the big gain, they've got it on the 46.
This is why everybody grows.
What you mean for what?
An offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do.
Come on now.
He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around and I'll just go get.
You know exactly what we gonna do.
Pick him up and put him down.
Wide open spaces.
I saw that.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Ain't no might be. I told you we done, bro.
Tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains.
I already knew as soon as they said that they resigned that nigga Aaron Rodgers, it was a wrap.
This offense.
To the air on 1st down. Using his feet to buy time.
GG's
That's
in the
reeled
chat.
in. It's Henry. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. There to make
It's so hard to rebuild Memphis football, bro.
We've reached the end of the first
Oh my
quarter.
God.
It has been a defensive battle, and the
Ass
Jazz
ain't even
held the
a word.
tail so far.
And they only
Let's
got
see
the
if
Memphis
offenses can
Tigers.
find a little rhythm
Ass
here in a
battle.
second. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Rides the back on the option to give. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Memphis heads to the line with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Tiger! Great job by the back on the option. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. LSU has the lead right now, but it hasn't come easy. They're in a tight one.
The give to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Red Wolves moving quickly to the line.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Red Wolves need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. Gives it on the option. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn. And they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. They'll start this drive going to the air. He's going to fire deep. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
Hey, bro, if you ever do a dynasty,
Go with a little bit of touch, trying to
don't ever get you a pure runner as a quarterback.
To go up high and try to get over top of the defender. Nice job by the defense, seeing the football, breaking on it, and getting the ball in the
Shit
ground.
really make you appreciate pocket passes.
They'll move the sticks with the first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. He'll pull it down and run. He's got it out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
Obviously, this quarterback is a huge part of their rushing attack, and you've seen that early in this game. He's been very, very productive with the ball. Sometimes it's designed, sometimes it's on scrambles like what you just saw, but with his speed, he makes it so difficult on a defense.
It's great to have a physical offensive line that you can count on, that you can just lean on them up front and fall forward and get first downs. Man, what a comfortable, what a nice spot to be in if you're an offensive coordinator.
Under fire. Stands in and takes the hit. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive.
Of course, he picked it up.
Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. And the referee's signal for the 2-minute timeout. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Makes the grab. It's Jones. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Red Wolves need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his tight end. Makes his way out to the 20 before he stopped, and that'll bring up a 4th down. The Red Wolves will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. Looking downfield on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. This one's complete. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the end route there.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Henry. Clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick.
Oh, he's getting ahead of Steve. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays, the quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. He'll be wrestled out of bounds at about the 7-yard line. On 2nd down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime.
The number one key for this defense coming into this game was finding a way to stop this quarterback from running the football. And guys, they have not done a good job of that early in this game. He has been able to get out of the pocket, whether it's been designed runs or scrambles like on what we just saw. The defense has got to start changing it up. They need to spy him more, I think, moving forward.
They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together, and a fun first half between these rivals. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Memphis ready to kick it deep and get the second half going. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Arkansas State has it ready to go to work on offense. Maybe a adjustments or attitude adjustments. They've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
The give on the inside. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Makes the grab on the left side. And the explosive... On the move all the way to the 44.
There
And
we
it's
go.
on third downs like this, if
Now
you want
we
to
got
attack the
issues.
middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Trying play action. Finds the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On third down, he drops to throw. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. And the Red Wolves come to the line in the hurry-up.
And I really like the belief and the discipline by this QB because he drops back, he wants to throw the football, he sees it's covered, but he says, I can go get it, and takes off and barely gets enough for the first down, but way to pull the trigger, run it, and run it with authority.
Second down, he'll throw it. The throw. Quickly out to the tight end. Is that stiff arm even a human arm? It looks like some type of steel bludgeoning device on his way to a first down. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. The throw to the outside is complete. Ball is free. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. First and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It's as if there's a force field that's been keeping them out of the end zone and off the scoreboard. They'll try to change it on third and goal. Marches ahead. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
So they will eschew the short field goal attempt and instead try to score from the 5 on fourth down. The snap sets up the throw. They brought the heat and they get him on the ground, and a fourth down sack stops this drive cold.
Man, that stings. You go all the way down the field, you get a fourth and goal situation, and the offense comes up small. The defense gets the sack. No points for you.
He'll start this drive firing. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Behind the chains now on second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. He'll try to do it. There he goes. And he has vexed this defense, but scramble after scramble has another first down.
And that is such a gut punch for this defense because you're trailing in the game. You're trying to get off the field. You think you got the quarterback in the backfield for a sack, and he's able to escape scramble and go pick up the first down. That is a killer. If you're the defensive coordinator, you've now got to find more.
He's loose. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. And the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds a little space. He'll be shoved out of bounds at the 35-yard line. The Tigers can really attack on this second and short. Wants to go up top. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Well, that is one the tight end is going to want to have back. He was wide open on that play. That's one he's got to make. He's got to be able to make that catch.
He's got the tight end. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
We always talk about yak, and that was third and very manageable. They were just throwing the ball to the sticks, just trying to pick up a simple first. But when you've got playmakers like that can do things after the catch, any play could be an explosive one, and you saw it right there. Tremendous job getting it to him early, and he does the rest.
On 1st and goal, let's see if Memphis can get it in the end zone. Trying to slam in. And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
Touchdown, Tiger! Fit it in the window for the score. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and then make the big play, get the touchdown.
One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. Looking for blockers. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Arkansas State ready to go back to work on offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
You see an incompletion there. I think a big reason why this team is in such a hole right now in the 4th quarter is they have just not been able to find the explosive plays throwing the ball. And you got to wonder at this point, is it too little too late?
Why are you not jumping?
They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
He's got the back in the middle. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. The Red Wolves headed quickly to the line.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
He'll pull it on the read. Powers through the defender. A big play, gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another 1st down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
I know a lot of people were thinking there was a chance this defense could contain one of the best running backs in all of them.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Here's a heat. He's going to take off. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. And the Red Wolves come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And it's just so fun to be a play caller when you got a QB that can do that. Like, it's a pass play. Nope, he pulls it down, chews up yardage, gets a 1st down. And both of these quarterbacks, man, they have this ability to make big plays.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've been very good at moving the chains on 3rd down. 2 for 2 on this drive. This time they need 6. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away. time throwing on this drive. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
And he'll be smacked to the ground. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Might be looking to run. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. And the Tigers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down.
What the?
It's incomplete, and the defense makes a stop and gets the football back. Guys, we'll see if this Red Wolves offense can get moving. All wideouts, no backs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Snap in the shotgun. Into the end zone.
And my nigga dropped.
Make the grab as he was looking for his
I
man
read it
right
perfectly.
at the
He
line.
dropped.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it.
I say
throughout
finna scope
practice.
now.
I think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
They desperately need to get the score here on 3rd and goal to have any kind of wild chance. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. A field goal is not top the list of most helpful things at this juncture, so they'll go for it on 4th down. Rushes on him. They got him. The pressure got home, and the defense makes sure this drive comes up empty. Ball changes hands, and the offense finds themselves backed up inside their own 10. From the gun, the running back looking for room.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Rides to back and leaves it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival, and you're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sport.